it is coming under Article 19 Clause 1A. Okay, it is coming under fundamental right. Let's start the topic. Freedom of speech and expression. Article 19 Clause 1A. Okay, fundamental rights explains freedom of speech and expression. Here it is explains fundamental rights, freedom of speech and expression. India is a democratic nation, so freedom of speech and expression has a special position in democracy. If you are in a democratic country, so freedom of speech and expression is very much mandatory. If we do not have that much right, then what we will do how we will do ourselves as well as the improvement of our country. Freedom of speech and expression includes freedom of propagation and circulation. If we will have an idea, so we have to propagate and circulate that one. Then only it will be expressed like our freedom of speech and expression. If that idea is in our mind only, that will be nothing valuable. So freedom of expression, it includes propagation and circulation of our freedom of speech and expression. The reasonable restriction, before we have to face our freedom of speech and expression, there must be some reasonable restriction. Neither it will be violate. We will violate our freedom of speech and expression if there will be no reasonable restriction. That will not be protective of our freedom of speech and expression. So reasonable restriction under Article 19 Clause 2. Clause 2, it is coming under 8 reasonable restrictions. First one is reasonable restriction under 19 Clause 2. First one is security of state. So it is considered as the premost duty of the state. So our duty is to security to our state. Security of state may be endangered by waging war, rebellion, crime of violence, distorted position of law and order. If we have speech and expression, if we will do that misutilize, and it will create the waging of war, rebellion, crime of violence, distorted position of law and order, then that will be not the protecting of our state. So in order to maintain security of state may impose reasonable restriction on the freedom of speech and expression. So there is a case, two cases, Ramesh Thapar versus State of Madras, and another one is State of Bihar versus Sailabala Devi. Okay, and second one reasonable restriction is friendly relation with foreign state. State being an international person is required to maintain its relation with foreign state. So for our improvement, for our well-being of our country, so we have to keep friendly relation with the foreign state. For the objective, state has power to impose reasonable restriction on freedom of speech and expression. So in that case also, there will be restriction for the protection of state and keep the friendly relation with the foreign state. Third one is public order. Preservation of public order is the duty of state. So state may impose reasonable restriction on freedom of speech and expression. So public order, morality, tranquility. Public order means public peace, safety and tranquility. So we have to keep safety of that. Preservation of public order is the duty of a state. So that state may impose reasonable restriction on freedom of speech and expression. If our speech and expression is making any violation in the public peace or safety, then there will be a reasonable restriction on the freedom of speech and expression. So there will be a case in the public order, Virendra versus State of Punjab, year 1957. Now fourth one is decency and morality. In case of decency and morality also restriction in case of speech and expression. We have power, we have right of the speech and expression. That does not mean we will do any exercise with the indecent or immorality behavior to anybody. So in a civilized society, no one can do any freedom of speech and expression in case of decency. So we cannot behave any indecent behavior to any person because we have speech and expression, that is our fundamental right. We should not misutilize in any case in the decency and morality. For the sake of decency and morality, section 292 and section 296 of Indian Penal Code has made obscenity and punishable offence. If we are doing any any immoral behavior or any indecent behavior to any person, because we have right of speech and expression, we should not say anything which is indecent and immoral. For that we will get punishment under section 292 and 296 of the Indian Penal Code. Okay, if any obscenity behavior, then Indian Penal Code will punish to us. Cinematography Act provides for censorship of films in order to check indecent and immoral acts. If there will be a cinema, there will be a film, then censorship will check is there any indecent or immoral act, then that will be prohibited, that will not be give the sponsorship. Now the fifth one is contempt of court. Contempt of court means civil contempt and criminal contempt, any disobedience to court judgment, order, power to punish a person for contempt of court is exercised by all courts when contempt is committed in the court. Suppose we are not respecting the jurisdiction of the court or any judgment given by the judge, given by the Supreme Court or any High Court. If you are doing any civil contempt or criminal contempt, we are not disobeying any judgment, then court will punish us for the contempt of court. When contempt is committed in the court, court will punish to us if we will do any misbehavior or any misrespect to the judgment of the court. Now there is a case EMS Nambudripad versus TN Nambiar 1972, Supreme Court 325. In this case, the former Chief Minister of Kerala at a press conference attacked the judiciary by calling it an instrument of exploitation. He further stated that judges are guided and dominated by class hatred, class prejudices, class interest. So Apex Court held the convict of appellant for contempt of court. So he told that he do the misrespect to the judges and the court. He told that judges are guided and dominated by class hatred, class prejudices and class interest. They are not doing the proper things. They are doing all class hatred, class prejudice and class interest. So this is the disrespect to the court, disrespect to the judge. So the Apex Court held convict the appellant for contempt of the court. So the Apex Court punished for the contempt of the court. This is the case. Former Chief Minister of Kerala. He told in a press conference. Now sixth one is defamation. Defamation is a civil as well as criminal wrong. So in this case, state has to put reasonable restriction. Defamation means you cannot say anything with the dignity of any person. If we will do any disrespect to the dignity of a person, then that will be a defamation. Is a civil as well as criminal wrong both. So state will put reasonable restriction for the defamation. In case of speech and expression, we have all the fundamental rights, speech and expression. That does not mean that we will defame any dignity of a person. We will not defame to any person. Now seventh one is incitement to an offence. Incitement means any unlawful behavior or any unlawful assembly. If we will force any person to do any unlawful assembly, then that will be an offence. Freedom of speech and expression cannot be used for the destructive practice of incitement to an offence. We will not do any destructive practice which will harm to the people, to the citizen. This ground was added by the Parliament through First Amendment 1951. It was added in the Parliament. The First Amendment 1951. Freedom of speech expression cannot be used for the destructive practice of incitement to an offence. If we have fundamental right given as a right of speech and expression, that does not mean we will do it any destructive practice. Okay, it will be harmful to the citizen or to the state. We will not misutilize to the freedom of speech expression. So there should be reasonable restriction for in case of incitement to an offence. And eighth one is integrity and sovereignty of India. So integrity and sovereignty of India is very much necessary. Legislation may subject to restriction of freedom of speech and expression for the protection of integrity and sovereignty of India. So first of our main important thing is we have to protect the integrity and sovereignty of India. So if you do any misutilize in that case, if you will do any expression, any speech and expression for the against the protection of integrity and sovereignty, there will be punishment for us. So this is the legislature have to subject to restriction for freedom of speech expression in case of protection of integrity and sovereignty of India. So we should respect to the protection of our integrity and sovereignty of India. We should not do any misutilize of freedom of speech expression in case of integrity and sovereignty, protection of integrity and sovereignty of India. So now this is over. If you really like my video, please do comment and like it, share it and subscribe it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.